Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Sunday, September 6th. One of the more ridiculous stories of the day is a story of a Texas teenager just outside of Houston going up behind a female officer and asking if he can protect her. This story took place on September 3rd, but it's making the mainstream headlines on the date of September 6th. The reason this is extra creepy is because the teenager's first name is supposedly McKinley, spelled exactly like the president, who was shot on the date of September 6th in history. Let's watch this mainstream coverage and then we'll fully break it down, but just think about that as we watch. Here we go.
So, this photo that you're about to see has been burning up social media. A teenager offering to provide backup for a sheriff's deputy who was pumping gas in her patrol car. Well, this happened outside of Houston, Texas, just days after fellow deputy Darren Goforth was shot dead at a station nearby. The deputy
Notice how this is a companion story for the Darren Goforth story. The name Darren has gematria of 33, like the word police, and the name Goforth has gematria of 44, like the word officer. So Darren Goforth equals 77, 33 plus 44, just like police officer equals 77, 33 plus 44. Last week, when he was killed, all the networks referred to him as Darren H. Goforth, which is 8 more, summing to 85. And all of the shooting hoaxes, the numbers 58 and 85 are being heavily coded during the time of Jade Helm, which the word has gematria of 58. In Texas, where Darren H. Goforth was shot, it happened in Texas, the Jade Helm state. His shooter is named Shannon Miles. Shannon has gematria of 85, Miles 58. These numbers heavily coded. This story is another story by the numbers going along with the Darren H. Goforth story. And if you haven't seen my videos on Darren H. Goforth, please watch. I called the district attorney's office and informed them of my research and wanted answers, which unfortunately I did not get. Let's continue.
Constable Tommy Kelley was so thrilled that she posted this selfie online. Now we get to talk to the young man, 16-year-old Mckinley Zoellner, who joins me from Houston along with his mom.
I also just want to point out that Facebook has now become a part of the story, just as Twitter's a part of the story. Facebook has gematria of 58.
Jennifer, thank you both so much for being here. McKinley, what motivated you to basically watch this officer's back while she pumped gas?
Well, honestly, it was just the idea that I felt like we needed to do that as a nation, and seeing Deputy Goforth getting shot, it really motivated me a lot. And seeing the
Whoa. Has this kid seen Deputy Goforth get shot? Because that is footage I have not seen anywhere. So if he's seen it, I want to know how.
person in LA that also did the same thing, that really motivated me to want to do it.
Is this a conversation that you had with your mom about what you would do differently, or was this something you did sort of spur of the moment, McKinley?
We had talked about doing it before if we had the opportunity, but yeah, it was sort of like we just
When he says talked about doing it before, he is apparently talking about going up behind an officer pumping gas and asking if he can protect them. And I find this very strange because in all my life of driving, all the states I've been in this nation, I've never seen an officer pumping their gas at a civilian station. I've never seen that. Most people who've commented have agreed and said they've never seen the same thing. A few people have written that they've seen it. So if you've really seen an officer pumping gas, I would like to hear from you because I don't think this happens. I think they have their own fueling stations.
saw the patrol. My mom saw the patrol car in the morning. She said, "You want to do it?" I was like, "Sure, let's go before school." So we did. And pretty cool.
And Jennifer, are you surprised at just how much this photo and this act of kindness has resonated? This selfie, how it's gone viral?
Oh, yes, I am. This definitely was not expected at all. It was just something that he wanted to do. And then when she asked if she could do the picture, it was like, of course she can do the picture. But I had no idea that there were going to be so many people that were going to be touched by what he did.
McKinley, do you think this is something that you'll continue to do? And will you try to recruit your friends to say, we need to watch one another's backs?
Yeah, definitely. If I ever get an opportunity to do it again, I would do it without hesitation. It's something I would do no matter what. And I've had tons of my friends, tell me, that was a great thing you did. And I'm just like, y'all can do it too. Y'all can all do the same thing. It's not just me. Anybody can do it. I want everyone to.
Anybody can go out and protect a police officer at a gas station. Okay, so big emphasis on the word backup. Backup has gematria of 54 like the word love. Maybe they're taunting us. Maybe they're telling us we really need love, because isn't that the truth? But also keep in mind how this kid's name is McKinley, like a president who died in office. Right now we have the 44th president, Obama, who just turned 54 years of age. Also, Truth Seeker, in this occult religion Thelema, it's about do what thou wilt, and they worship the number 93. The religion is also about love, which has gematria of 54. Notice that this story came on September 3rd, 9-3, about backup. So 9-3-54, the pairing. This image from Facebook, Tommi Jones Kelley, I'm noticing that the comment says feeling thankful with Howard Cohen. And Cohen is a Zionist name. What do you know? Howard's a 33 name, the number of the hoax. The police officer's name is Tommi Jones Kelley, which has Pythagorean gematria of 68 and 77 with the S exception. Again, this goes with the Darren Goforth story. Darren Goforth has gematria of 77. And if you're not good at this gematria thing, there's this website, writingthebeast.com. If you come to their gematria calculator, go to the drop-down menu, pick English reduction. That's the same as Pythagorean gematria. You can do the calculations just by typing the words. Notice that Darren Goforth is 77, just like police officer. And again, Darren is 33, just like police is 33. Officer, 44. Goforth, 44. Coded stories, coded names. Here we go again. Tommi Jones Kelley, 77. The boy's name is Mckinley Zoellner, a very odd name. Notice that Zoellner has that gematria of 44 like officer. They say he's 16 years old. Only the numbers 16 and 90 when written out have gematria of 33, just like police, just like the number of the hoax. That kid seemed awfully giddy to be on TV. Let's read this. This is an excerpt from CNN's reporting. The gesture in regards to the boy coming up behind the officer delighted Kelley, particularly in light of the killing of a sheriff's deputy at a gas station a little over a week ago. Fellow deputy Darren Goforth was shot dead on August 28th while refueling his patrol car. The 10-year veteran was in uniform at the time. Officials described it as an execution-style attack. They want to keep saying that, adding to the whole drama of the fictional tale, all part of a political agenda. Authorities say Shannon Miles, or 8558, came up behind him and fired into his back, then stood over him and fired more shots. Supposedly he fired 15 shots in the year 2015. Miles is charged with capital murder. Goforth was buried Friday with full honors. If you heard my phone call to the district attorney's office, supposedly hundreds of thousands were attending the funeral. Even after Kelley pumped the gas, Zoellner was still standing there in the rain, Kelley wrote. In the rain, like a movie scene. Then he got into the car with his mother. I told her she was an amazing son, Kelley wrote. She said he wanted to make sure no one hurt me. Though she was armed with her service handgun, Kelley wrote, Zoellner stood there empty-handed. But he for sure had my 6 while my back was turned. See, that's the big joke, Truth Seeker. This is about making gun laws so that less people can get guns. Probably 5 years from now, someone like me making videos online about the topics I'm making, that'll probably qualify as legitimate mental illness and a gun out of reach. All of these gun hoaxes tie in mental health, and when they try to paint these people who are the shooters with the mental health problems, they're people who are speaking out against government. Notice that's often a part of the description of these people, that they don't trust the government, that they're outspoken, that people have thought they were crazy. Well, in this society, most people think the truth is crazy. So in all these stories, they're painting all of us truth tellers as the villains to be watchful for. And they mock us in these same stories. With all the terror going on nationwide, this reassured me there are still some pretty awesome individuals out there, she said. Oh, brother. These are the numbers of the hoax, truth seeker. Until next time.